Welcome back. In this lecture we are going to talk about null. Remember when we typed DESC, we were given field type null for each of our column. As an example, let's look at our pizza table. So we can see that we have our field, which is basically the name of our column. Then we have the type, where we provide what type of data is allowed in that column. And we have null, and we can see that the null says yes. Well, you might ask what the yes means. It means that the null is allowed in that column. Null is a value in SQL that represents a lack of any value. Because null means no value, by having yes in a null section, we are basically telling SQL that we don't require our users to put value in that column. So right now when we are creating our pizzas, we can put the pizza name, the topping, and the price empty. So we don't have to provide any information. It can be null. It is important to note that null is not same as 0, because 0 is a number. Null is more about lack of any data. So right now we can do something like this. We can insert into our pizza, but we only gonna provide the pizza name. We have the values as Hawaiian, and we can see at the bottom we have Hawaiian that has toppings and price, and we have the new Hawaiian that has just the name, and for topping we have null and null, which is represent lack of any values. Because we have yes on each column, we can even do something like this. As you can see, for pizza name we have null, for topping null, and for price null. It's a still valid row, but I think we don't want our database to allow entry of pizza without any information. So this is where not null comes in. So we could just update our existing pizza table, but for now we're just gonna create new pizza. We're gonna call it pizza 2. In the future we're going to learn how to update existing tables, how to change the provided restrictions, but for now we're just starting our journey in SQL, so it's just easier to create new table. So as you can see, this time when I'm creating the pizza 2 table, I'm providing the pizza name, topping, price, but the only difference is at the end of the pizza name, after the varchar, I'm gonna say not null. And we can see when we get the description of that table, we can see that the pizza name in a null section, it says no. So let's see what happens when we try to create a pizza without providing the pizza name. As you can see, we are doing the same thing that we did with the regular pizza table. We're trying to insert a pizza without any information. And you can see that it says field pizza name doesn't have a default value. This error might seem weird for you because maybe you were expecting to see pizza name doesn't exist, or you didn't provide pizza name, but we see doesn't have a default value. We're going to talk about the default value in the next lecture, but for now, because we got the error, it means that the SQL didn't allow our entry to compile. And if we check our pizza table 2, we're gonna see that it's totally empty. As you can see in this example, we have provided the pizza name and we have provided the pizza price. And we can see when we do the select, we can see that we have our buffalo pizza with the price of $12. Just make a note that you don't have to provide, in this case, you don't have to provide the price of the pizza, because if you remember, we left the price as null yes, so it means we don't have to provide the price. So in this case, we can only just provide a buffalo for the pizza name and it still will comply. This will be it for this lecture. Thank you for finishing the lecture. See you in the next one.